Hello there guys, Awesome Gamer here, and today we are going to be starting a new series called Game Timeline Series, or Game Series Timelines, how you want to say that. Anyways, on with the video. So basically, we started in 1963, we started over a span of 1963 to 73, and this is where the original Freddy's is established. You know, the one in Give Cake, and the same Jeremy we see in FNAF 2, more on him later, is the original owner slash manager, with William Afton taking over the business at the end of life. And both during their respective ownerships were like probably the only persons there. And yeah. And then like near the, in fact, this may have what caused it to close down at about 73. The puppet child, because we don't really know the puppet child's name, by the Pink Man, which becomes Strong Guy for Fazbear Entertainment. The original Freddy's was probably called Freddy's Family Diner, and Phone Guy, his first name is Pink Man, and then it becomes, his middle name is Henry Afton. He's like basically a cousin or something like that, William, and obviously Phone Guy is just the alias he takes on for running the company, Fredbear, outside the restaurant. Yeah, anyways, he murders the child outside the restaurant. The child then possesses the original first Freddy, which obviously, as I stated before, it's so dry today, which obviously, as I stated before, is the one in the Give Cake game, mini game, I should say. And Henry also renames the company slash diner to Fredbear's Family Diner rather than Freddy's Family Diner. Then back to a Freddy's, but this time instead of being Freddy's Family Diner, it's Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The only event of importance during this time period, okay, basically, now on to 1974. The only thing that really happened during this time period that's important is the accidental, purposeful murders of Henry's two children by William, using the newly built Fredbear and Golden Spring Bonnie in pursuit in order to get revenge from, the puppet child being killed. This leads to the creation of the Shadows. This murder event most likely leads to William getting arrested, maybe, but most importantly, it leads to the closing of, that particular, not this location, because not to be confused with the one we actually see in, the game's location, because there were probably two locations at this time. There was probably the one with only Fredbear and Golden Bonnie. There's also probably the one with the Freddy. I'm not sure. I think I made this backed up on myself, because I get to 80 and 82. I made backed up on myself because no, actually, yeah, because I saved the red. So yeah, the test location had Fredbear and Golden Bonnie, and the first location had the original Freddy, and I think maybe the puppet was created by that point. I imagine not. I imagine he was created later. I mean, obviously he didn't seem to be created for particularly the toy line. Maybe he was created by 1974. Anyways, as I was saying, this location most likely never reopens, ever. So now on to 80 and 82. And this is where the rest of the original band is created. And now, the rest of the original band is created, which is obviously these guys. Specifically, Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie are created. And then Shadow Freddy kills slash murders by stuffing, further mind you, 5 children into the original first Freddy and the animatronics, which these are the 5 children. Yet the actual event of the NCI is showed in Foxy Go-Go, and the fish are being stuffed in the Fredbear, and Shadow Freddy can feed upon soul reasons. As a side note, I just want to say that because normally in this universe, if a soul is stuffed in the same suit, then they'll be forced to feed upon each other. So maybe the puppet has the power to transfer its own soul. I'm not sure how to do that, but it probably has that power. Some person said it. And because it doesn't want to create conflict, it decides to. Well, I imagine the actual puppet animatronic existed around this time, so I'm just going to say that it possessed the actual puppet animatronic. Remember how I talked about Give Cake? Yeah, after the child gets murdered, you get a puppet jump scare. And I don't believe that's what he becomes immediately. That's what he becomes later, like actually way later. Soon after the MCI, like I said, showed in here, the restaurant was closed due to, it doesn't matter why, it was just closed down, and the robots were scrapped. Well, not really scrapped, they were at least abandoned. Okay. So anyways, in 1986, toy animatronics are created from parts of the wyverns, which is the whole reason for this image, if you guys read the text in there. Then Shadow Bonnie kills 6 children, as shown in Save Them. 1 child, 2 child. Okay, there's 6 children here. Watching certain news, there's only 5 dead bodies, but the dead child is probably in there somewhere because there's a blood spot under the puppet's box. Obviously, the puppet wasn't possessed by this child, but we do know that the other endoskeleton, the endoskeleton belonging to, we don't know who it belongs to. We kind of have an idea, but let's not get into that. That child probably this is the original basically this is the endoskeleton. Then, something I forgot to mention is the evidence for why I believe that the toy animatronics are spring locked, and that is in Night 4 of Sister Location. Because the mask of the spring suit that Baby kidnaps us in actually looks much like a toy animatronic with its eyes taken out. But they're almost say that the toys are based on the Fun Times Nights, of course, the splits and the whole secret part about being multi-shelled murder devices. I'm not going to go so far as to say that, like, Mango is definitely Fun Time Foxy, but I would say that, like, Baby Mango was based off of Fun Time Foxy, and on and on, and so on and so forth. And then on to 1987, where Jeremy is bitten by Toy Freddy. No available image. Leading to the events of fnaf 4, and then, eventually, fnaf World, as Henry, after under the other's possessional name, tries to keep him from finding out the truth. Then the toy animatronics are scrapped, with CEO Fungi saying that the company will rebuild, albeit in a smaller location with a considerably smaller budget. And then the fnaf 4 non-spring lock robots are created, or modified versions of the originals, which came with the animatronics, with the spring locks taken out. And apparently the robots reshaped because there's no longer need for all that room with the spring lock mechanisms now no longer in place. And then Phone Guy is killed by an animatronic led by a newly awakened Jeremy, as we see in the in-between. I couldn't find it for this, but as we see in the in-between night cutscenes in fnaf 2. Anyways, as shown in the Night 5 minigame, we then him after the first Phone Guy comes back to free the spirits, but the spirits, not knowing what his goals are, end up making him get into the faulty, it was not really faulty, truly, one that in like a few seconds, like, yeah, the faulty SB suit, where Shadow Bonnie, one of the only 2 kids actually murdered, was in a prisoner for 30 years, until allowing him to have control of what is now Speednut and goes to his second victim, Shadow Freddy, who at this point has been changed into Ennard, leading in this universe to the events of Sister Location. The Sister Location we actually see, I would say, is like from this universe. There's probably a second universe, Sister Location, where Michael, who is William's son, gets scooped and then gets spring trapped, rather than William getting spring trapped, then find a way to crawl out of spring trap. I don't know if he did it, and having the Marines basically jack him in Night 4, and then him having to walk over his own guts. But actually, I would say that the whole Michael acting thing, so then there's a wrench in the thing, because actually the actually might be one we have seen but have not fully seen. We don't see it in the game. Maybe what happens there is we actually see that screenshot cutscene. We're actually seeing the Michael Afton version of the, if Michael Afton got scooped version of this, because he says something on the lines of, Michael, Father, it's me, Michael, I did it, I found it, it was right where you said it would be, they were all there, they didn't recognize me at first, But then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together. But something's wrong with me. I should be dead. Only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you. And obviously that whole entire chorus I said is from that cutscene. This is obviously Michael talking to William, talking directly to, but like maybe through some sort of telepathy or something like that. I think the William actor in this universe might also be a villain, not really truly a villain, rather than Henry, because in the main universe, Henry Afton is the true villain. He's the one who started the whole thing. So obviously, maybe Wayne Afton could have taken a better route than revenge. I mean, I guess he didn't realize that it would lead to basically an entire murder fest happening. But Henry probably wanted that to happen anyway, just for his own goals. Anyways, that's the end of that. Okay. Anyways, I think that's the end of this. Anyways, that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, join Team Awesome, and